This summer, we're taking things out of the studio
and on the road to the great outdoors where we're seeing what nature has to offer with David's discoveries.
Today, we're here at Zollman Zoo at Oxbow Park.
We're talking all about the new black bear that you have at the zoo, right?
Yes, this is our newest resident here at the zoo.
Yeah, and when did she come into the zoo?
She came on April 9th, so we brought her in and she was right into her exhibit, so she was able to figure things out, check things out, and we had to do a quarantine period. So when we first got her, we had to make sure we had everything sterile and clean until her fecals were checked out as clean, and she got to that point, and now we have fun stuff that we have in here, and we're loading her up with lots of enrichment is what we call it, but fun foods, toys that are puzzles that make her think, all types of things that make her active and keep her brain active too.
Right, and you were telling me that this black bear, she's 2 years old and she's a little bit more active than the last one we had. So can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah, our last bear, she was 24 and a half when she actually passed away. So that's a very old bear. 20 years is an old bear. So this one's 2 years old, brand new for us because I worked with our old bear and she was 9 when I started. So it's a big change because this girl's got a lot of spunk. She likes having things to play with and she likes having interactions with humans. So she'll come up to the front and you might get to hear her sometimes if you're visiting. She'll come up and make her little vocalizations. It sounds like a it doesn't sound like she's talking, but it is a talking noise that she's doing, and she's really saying hi to people. At first we thought, gosh, what does that mean? But we knew she was a happy bear when she was making those noises and dancing up against the fence for us. So she is a happy bear and likes to greet people.
I've seen she's eating a lot of fruit here. What kind of diet do some of these bears eat typically that you feed them?
We are very fortunate because all of our fruits and vegetables, we have a lot of produce that we feed to her. They come from Fresh Time in Rochester and Fairway and Byron. They're willing to donate foods that are no longer that great for us as humans, but a bear is still willing to eat them. So she eats a lot of produce. We try to mix up good berries and vegetables that have the not too sugary aspects and then lots of vitamins with them. So we're always mixing up her diet. And then we have a supplement that we use. It's a Missouri wild bear chow. It is intended and made for bears on exhibit in a zoo setting, so they have absolutely everything they need there. So the cherry on the top, which she actually has cherries today, is that she gets to have fruits and vegetables with that bear chow.
Look at that, a well-balanced diet for our new bear here. And when I was volunteering here, I learned something about bears have something called torpor. Is that, did I say that right?
You did.
Yeah, okay.
Yep, you got that right.
What is torpor for our viewers at home who might not know?
Yeah, torpor is actually that sleep that they do in the wintertime. Often we just conflate it into calling it hibernation. That is not really true if you're looking at metabolic functions. So with a black bear, when they go into sleep in the winter, we know for a couple of reasons that they come awake. So one of them being that a mama bear goes into her den all by herself and she comes out in the springtime with 2 to 3 healthy, very healthy looking cubs. And those cubs have been, first off, born in the den in about February. So any women out there having babies know you can't sleep through birth. So she's awake for that birthing of the cubs, and then nursing. The nursing is a huge part of keeping those babies alive too. So she's nursing her bear cubs that entire time from February until late March to early April when they come out of their den. So that's a huge piece of evidence that they don't truly hibernate. But then we can also look at body functions too. Their body temperatures don't drop as low as a hibernator. A true hibernator like a woodchuck, their body temperature would drop into the 50s, maybe even drop down into the 40s, whereas a bear doesn't usually even get down that low into 70s. It's pretty high still, their body temperature. 70s would be very cold. So their bodies stay warm and they're still able to maintain their muscle mass in their body condition during that time. And actually while they're sleeping, not eating, not going to the bathroom, they're building muscle and getting stronger during that period.
Well, that does it for this rendition of David's discovery, and I hope you learned something new today.